Hello and welcome to this presentation on curriculum management to give you an introduction to curriculum management within Campus Solutions and how things are different in Campus Solutions. So we're going to look at terminology, and we're going to look at coding such as module coding, and an idea of how records are structured differently in Campus. Okay. So we've got a diagram here which gives you a sort of overview of the different records in Campus Solutions and the information held in them. So we're going to start in the middle here, academic plan. So a course in Saturn, such as let's take BSc Chemistry, that is called an academic plan record. So the academic plan, this is what the students, this is their main program of study, it's what they enroll on, it's what determines the degree they're going to get, the duration of their study, etc. So a course is an academic plan. Academic plans are linked to academic programs. It's an additional record, a parent record to the plan in Campus Solutions. This holds additional information for the plan. So it holds information such as the administrative owner of the plan, and it also links the plan to a career. A career is the level of study of that plan. So undergraduate, postgraduate, taught, postgraduate research. It also links the plan to a campus, the owning campus. So UK, China, or Malaysia. Okay, now underneath the plan, we have courses. Now, a course in Campus, that is a module, as you know it at the moment, in Saturn. So that's the hardest sort of change in terminology to get your head around. A module is a course. Okay, now courses will have classes created for them, and students, when they enroll, or when we enroll students, they will be enrolled onto classes. Okay, a class, and the classes are created for specific terms. Now, a term in Campus, that means academic year, so 2016-17, that's a term. So we have classes in terms for any course that is going to be running in that term. Classes are also attached to sessions. So a session being autumn semester, spring semester, or summer. And they can also have a location attached to them, such as Jubilee, UP, or whatever else. And then underneath we've got academic organisations. So we've got the academic organisations are the owning bodies of plans, courses, etc. So our schools, departments, and faculties. And each plan will have academic owner or owners attached to it. Right, let's get rid of that. Okay, let's go on. Right, so here we've got an example. So in the middle, I've got my academic plan, BA Honours Music. That's attached to a parent academic program called Music, and that attaches the plan to a career, undergraduate, and to a campus, UK, so the UK. Now, one of the courses that's part of that plan's program of study or course structure is Elements of Music 1. Now that has a class, it has multiple classes, but I put one class here, lecture, and that lecture is created for the term 2016, so the academic year 2016, and is attached to the session Autumn UK, so the autumn semester, with a location of UP. And here we've got the owning academic organisation, UDD Muse. So this is the code for an academic organisation. The U is the campus, so UK. DD means department, and Muse is just the abbreviation for music. They're 3 characters. So DD is department, SC would be school, and FY would be faculty. Okay, so this is to give you an idea of how curriculum records are structured differently in Campus Solutions. So Saturn, we have our module record. So that's called a course record, and that's held in the course catalogue, which sits in the curriculum management menu in Campus Solution. And from courses, we create classes for each year that course runs in, and then students enrolled on those classes. And we can put information in those classes, so we can put enrollment caps, and we can put meeting patterns, etc. Okay, then we've got module assessment, which in Saturn sits under the same record, but in Campus we have something called an activity registry record, which is where we define the assessments for a course. And when we say activity, we don't mean teaching, we mean assessment. Okay, and we have a sort of a version or a copy of that activity registry record created for every term, every academic year that course, the parent course, is delivered. And we can make adjustments or provide additional information in that activity manager record, which is specific to that term or academic year, such as due dates or resit functionality, how we're going to deliver the resits, or exam periods. Okay, then we've got module requisites. So again, this all kind of comes under the same module record in Saturn, but in Campus, these are defined in a separate area or a separate record called an enrollment requirement. So this could be the requisite for module A is that you must have completed module B, or probably the other way around. Or it could be to do module A, you must have A-level maths. So this is all defined within the enrollment requirement, and that requirement is attached to the course. Now, when the student goes to enroll on a class, it will look at any requirement. The system will look at any requirements and say, right, to enroll on module B, you have to have done module A, and it will check the student's record to make sure they've completed module A. If they haven't, it won't let them enroll. So whereas in Saturn, these are sort of a text-based form where they're not really doing anything other than providing information to the student in, say, the module specification that's published in the module catalog. In Campus, they are performing a specific task. It will provide information to the student as well. They can see that when they're choosing their enrollments, but it will check the student's enrollments against those requirements. And then finally, we've got module HESA data. So again, it's held in the same record in Saturn, but in Campus it has a separate record. And here, if you're creating a new course, you would put in what the HESA subject is or subjects for that course, what the cost centers are, and then there are additional fields that we send back to HESA, which will be populated by SPP. Okay, so that gives you a general overview of terminology, coding. Oh no, we haven't done coding yet. Let's go down to coding. Getting a bit carried away with myself. Okay, so this is an example of an academic plan code. So in Saturn, we have a 4-character, what's called a UCAS code, even if it's not necessarily going to be used for UCAS. And that code itself can have a certain amount of meaning, normally based on HESA subjects. Now in Campus, we have an 8 to 10 character code, and I'm going to run through you what the structure of that code is. The first character determines the campus, so U for UK, C for China, M for Malaysia. The second character is the NQF level, so 6 for a bachelor's degree, 7 for a master's, and 8 for a PhD. The third one is the entry type, so U for UG generally, and P for postgraduate. Then we've got 5 characters where we can give an indication of the subject, the title of that plan, which if you've got a short title, it could be meaningful. So you may get an idea from this. This is French studies. If you've got a long title, obviously it's far more difficult with 5 characters to capture that. And then we've got the final 2, which are optional, where we can record a bit of additional information for these plans. So a Y means it's got a year abroad. If we've got a P here and then a 1, 2, 3, that's used for partnership plans, where we've got a partnership with another university, and we're going to have separate plans for those. And we can say, right, P for partnership, and then 1 is the number of that partnership plan, because you could have 4 separate plans for one partnership. Okay, so that's plan code. And now this is module code. So in Saturn, we have a 6, I think it's a 6-character code, where the third character is the level of the module, and then the others can determine ownership and other information. Now in Campus, we have a very different structure. There are 2 fields in the course record. One of them's the subject and the other's the catalogue number, and these combine together to give us our new module or course code. And okay, so the example here is music, which means music. So these subject codes are based on our schools and departments. So if the module is as an administrative owner of music, it will be given music. If it's a business school, it will be busy, B-U-S-I. Okay, if it's chemistry, it will be chem. So that's the subject. Then we've got the 4-digit catalogue number. Now the only meaningful character here is the first one, which is the level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next three are just, the next one in the sequence. So if we've got music 1004 and I wanted to create another level 1 music course, I would have a catalog number of 1005. Okay, so that's how the new module or course code will look. And that's the end of this presentation, which hopefully has given you a brief introduction to how curriculum management works in Campus Solutions.